They'll try and start this drive in the air. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
Gone! Detroit! Hot! Detroit! Hot!
They're going to try and throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick, and I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
That's caught inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Into the red zone, Wentz. And his pass incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick. Make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs.
Brendan, let's file this play away for later. Let's note this play because, to me, it's not out of the question that the decision to pass up the 3 there could come back to haunt them later on.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Richardson. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They tried the throw on 2nd down. Unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
All right, here we go. 3, 9.
Back to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Come on.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Wentz. Going to throw right side here, complete. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now wins. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Leopard! Leopard! Four down, check, four down. Gone!
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. They'll check it down to Geis. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Daniels. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing on first is Wentz. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Philly. 42 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Now Wentz. It's caught right side by Daniels. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Wentz to throw again. Now he'll escape to his right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Well, that was excellent coverage right there. And he definitely did the right thing, showing that discretion is definitely the better part of valor. Threw it away, preserved the opportunity to kick for a field goal.
And excellent coverage. And right now the human is controlling the defense, so good job, human. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back 99, Philly. Here we go.
They start on the ground with Geis. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. The Redskins on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw again. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. He'll get it up the middle. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 11 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Redskins have tied it here. The extra point to come can put him in the driver's seat. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well. All right, if you're kicking field goals, that's great, but your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get 6s. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia and trying to erase this deficit. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. He's going to go for a big play down, and the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Lucky 56, lucky
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Complete. Richardson has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. This quarterback now 8 of 17 so far, so under 50%, but he's got a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Out to the left, it's complete to Dodson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got his man. This is Dodson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. On first down, this is Geis. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Richardson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Geis, they'll try to run it. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
No. Check. Patriot. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Detroit.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The Redskins on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. Back to throw here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down up past the 15. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Shotgun now for Wentz. Aguilar has it. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. On 1st down, Wentz. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Grady Jarrett able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From the gun, it's Wentz. Finding some room at midfield. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Wentz now on 1st down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. Second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Now Wentz going to lead the Eagles up to go for 2. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Leopard!
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Wentz now on 1st down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Go.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3. But this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Marquise Lee, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. The Eagles on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Wentz going to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and think.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Redskins are able to make this a close game again. Extra point safely through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice slow direction.
This is caught at the 20. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, there have been a trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Now wins. And this is going to be incomplete.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
That 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. Taken in at the 22. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The Redskins on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now back to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll hand it down to Geis. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Watch it now, Barney!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
On the handoff, it's Geis. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Brought down by Nate Gehry.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on third down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Redskins have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Important extra point up and through, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Well, I hearken back to the first half, Charles, and I see the look on your face. You're thinking the same thing. They had that opportunity to take the 3. They went for it on 4th in the first half, didn't get it. That could loom large.
So if they had taken the 3, successfully kicked the field goal, they'd only need a field goal now. That's what we were talking about when we mentioned it on that drive.
He'll look to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Now they'll run it on the toss. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Tried to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge, no place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
On the ground, it's Geis. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Now, Barney!
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. Space to run past the 20. That one, 28 yards on the ground.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They run it here with Thompson. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And out now come the Eagles. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Washington, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
I let my birds come in. Sounds like I see seats in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle. LED logo the tag. I go in back of the. They all from that. My diamonds, they all look at. This, that. I go to bed on bet. I got the beam in the flats. I got it in the back. Haters, they talk the chat. Step on the rock, I'm at. I'm a K back. 400K.